how to place participants in groups.
I'm going to start us from the beginning. Once we're going to go to groups, and we're going to locate the group that we want to begin to place participants. So for this example, we'll use VBX 2013, and we're going to search for that, and we're going to identify the group that we want to begin placement in. So right now we will use VBX Junior 3C. We'll click on that. From this screen, there are two ways that you can add a participant. The first way, if the participant, sorry about that. Actually, scratch that. We're just going to stick to how to add a participant that is in the system. We're going to click on Add. And the first thing we're going to check is make sure that our selections here in this top corner say 0. These represent sticky records, meaning participants that are already selected from a previous selection. If you do not clear these participants will be added to the group, and you do not want that to happen. So you'll just look at this number here. If there's a number there other than 0, you'll click on the down arrow on the right here. You'll go to currently selected, and it'll give you those names or participants who have been previously selected. You'll make sure that all of them are checked, and you'll clear them. Now you can see that your selections are 0. You're ready to begin placing participants into this group. So what you will do is search for a participant name. So we'll use Sarai Holmberg as an example. And we are going to search for her. When searching for a name, all you need is just the first 3 of the last name and the first initial, and that should be sufficient. Now we've come up with one selection for this criteria. What you want to do is just verify that this is the participant that you want to add. For children, the best way to verify that will be their date of birth. So since her date of birth matches our records and she is the participant that we want to add, we can go ahead and click her name, and then we'll go down to review, and it shows that she is the participant we want to add, and we will go ahead and assign her. We will go, the next screen here gives us the opportunity to select their role. Let me go back there for a second here. As you can see, it is a required field, so we do have to select that. The role, there's 2 ways to look up what role you would like to select. You can either click in this box here, and it gives you all the options of different roles that we have in Ministry Platform. We already know for this particular example that the role that we want to give this participant is group member. And we've previously used that role, so that's why it's here in the bottom. From time to time you might get that error. You can continue on if you can work through that. So you see the start date here, it's a required field. The start date will be the start date of the event, which is, in this case, June 3rd. Again, you do not have a required field for end date, and we don't necessarily need to end date that. And then employer role, just leave it as no, as the no is the default, and that's okay. And then we'll save it. Oh, group ID role. Okay, when you get that error, let's go back just so you can see what that was. Save it. You're going to get this error here. It's not recognizing the group member that we typed in, so we will have to go click OK to clear that error message. Go back to our box, and let's search for our group member. Select the first one. They're both the same, so it doesn't matter, but just select the first one. And then now click Save. And now notice that your participant isn't showing here. The reason why she isn't showing here is because we selected a participant date for a future date. And as you can see here, it says current participants. Now if you go down to here and you select all records, Sarai's name will show. We want her to be able to show up when we pull up this event or this group. So we're going to go back in, select her, and we're going to edit her event start date. And we're going to select it for today. Save, close, and now you can see her there. And that is how you add a participant. Now, if you wanted to add multiple participants at the same time, this will save you lots of time and is highly recommended when you are doing a large event such as VBX or Sunday programming. So we're going to go in and select several children at the same time. So we are searching for a child. Now, as you can see, I still have one selected. So now I'm going to have to go back and delete that. Just as a review, we're going to go to currently selected, and we're going to remove that. So all we have to do is make sure it's checked, press clear, yes, and now we must go back and search for our child that we want to add. Okay. We know we want to add Eddie because we are going to verify his date of birth. He's who we want. So as you can see, now one is selected. These selections are sticky, meaning that the system will save it for you and allow you to continue to select multiple children or participants. So we will go ahead and select our next child. And now you can see my selections have changed to 2. And you will continue to add on participants to fill up your classroom or this group. We'll use 2, but you can add as many as you need to. And all I did was select the review button so I can see my selections. And at this point, you can just verify that, cross-reference this list with your records or your registration. And then if that's all accurate, then you can go ahead and assign their group role. Use this button here, the square, to search for group member. Select your group member role. The start date, we want today so we can always see them as we previously stated. And then employee role is no as default. And now your children are added, or your participants are added to your group.